An opportunity to finish the Northeast States Only Challenge presents itself in the Super Bowl, facing the Green Bay Packers, the 1 seed from either division, for both divisions. Let's see how we all got there. Obviously, we weren't in the wild card because we were first round buys. We took on the Steelers, who knocked us out of the AFC Conference Championship in Season 1. They beat the Ravens in the wild card 28-7. In the AFC Conference Championship, we destroyed the Raiders 24-7. They got there by beating a division rival of ours, the Patriots, 37-31 in the wild card, and then taking out another AFC East rival, the Bills, 28-14. The Packers in the divisional round got a solid win. Only a 1-score game against the Seahawks, 21-14, and then barely edged out the 49ers, 38-35 in the NFC Conference Championship. So I'm thinking we should go ahead and just beat them by a lot. Fingers crossed that's what happens. But we will have to do it without the rookie, possible generational receiver in Kyrie Gatewood, who suffered a PCL sprain in practice. He will miss with what possibly could be the final episode of the series. A win would ensure that. A loss may give him another shot at a Super Bowl playing opportunity, but I kind of hope that doesn't happen. If we win this game, we complete the Northeast States Only Challenge, and tomorrow will be voting day. You could always follow over on Twitter. That's one place you could vote. Also on the community tab here on YouTube. So you have 2 places you could vote. You could vote for 2 different options because I tally the vote from both of those 2 places to get a combined total, and the winner from both is the winner that we go with. So a lot at stake here with this being a Super Bowl episode. So with everything said, it's time to jump in, play the game, hopefully win, and then we can finish off by checking out who these yearly award winners are and if any of our guys got it. But Super Bowl comes first. And how fitting is it that in a series, in another challenge that we have to go back and use that Florida only challenge playbook, we're going to be playing against Jameis Winston in the Super Bowl. Luckily, he starts off with an pretty accurate pass, but an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, he passes again, this time towards the bottom, knocked away once again, Stephon Collins. Leaving him with 3rd and 10, 1 receiver spread all the way down to the bottom, 2 up top. They go with a draw, and they have the space and maybe do squeak out the first. Montgomery with 11. Not a great way to start a 3rd down there. Did so well on 1st and 2nd, then give up 11. Not fantastic. 1st and 10 will be another pass. Winston gonna look to scramble to the bottom. Alton Robinson there to contain, though. Great job, loss of 3. Sticking with a lot of spread looks here. 2 up top, 1 down to the bottom with a slant caught by number 18, close to the 40. That was Calvin Ridley. Trips down to the bottom, 1 up top is their tight end. Winston set to throw again and has a wide open receiver who comes back, but they still give him forward progress. That was Hunter Renfrow. So they have a couple solid guys, an X factor up top at receiver as well. 1 offensive lineman, a star, tight end, a star. They got some dudes for sure. As Winston will pass once again to a wide open receiver. I say wide open, but an open receiver. That was Wilson who gets the catch. It's 4 yards. 2 down to the bottom, 1 up top as they have an I formation. Maybe it wasn't 2 down to the bottom. Then might have just been 1. Montgomery will get a few more yards, setting up a 3rd and short. Looks like a goal line formation versus, I'm assuming, our 46 defense. Fatukasi, can you get a push? No, they go with a stretch up top, and Rodgers couldn't quite get him down in time. Another 1st down gain by Montgomery by not a whole lot of extra yards. But as long as you get the 1st down, that's what matters most. 2 receivers up top, 1 down to the bottom. I think their tight end is Noah Fant. At least that's the number with a short name. So I'd imagine it is. We'll find out shortly. And yes, that is confirmed Noah Fant, so they definitely have some dudes for sure. No wonder why Winston has been throwing pretty well this season. They got some guys around him. As he stretches up top, Montgomery gets another first down. So in the past couple games, defense starts off a little slow the first drive, and then they get things going as the game moves along. A single back set with a stretch up top. Montgomery will get dropped at the line, maybe a loss of 1. And they'll drop back to shotgun. Keep things tight as we have the double A gap blitz set up, or possible blitz, maybe. Either way, they hand it off. Montgomery spins off of a defender and gets another first down on a downage where there's a long yardage needed. We do well on short distance-ish, but the long ones haven't been favorable for us so far as they move inside the red zone. Winston back in shotgun. We'll dump this one off Renfro. Not too bad. They have some dudes that have definitely had some impact in several of our series of this challenge. 2nd and 1 will be a pass. Winston in the pocket, across the middle to a wide open receiver who does not get that second foot in bounds. That time goes in our favor, very similar to last week. 3rd and 1, Winston dumps off, first down gained. You guessed it, Montgomery. Feel like he's converted all their third down, setting up 1st and goal down to the 3. Where it'll be Biggs versus Biggs, and Montgomery will push but not get in. We'll get 2 yards though. Dropping back to shotgun, but still keeping a heavy look. 2 receivers down to the bottom, 2 tight ends up top. Hand this one off not Montgomery. Back up, running back checks in. Possible penny? Either way, Packers, they take the lead. Well, including that touchdown, the defense has only given up 2 this entire postseason. So hopefully that's the last one we see given up as Pacheco gets a 4-yard rush on play 1. Again, missing one of actually our best in terms of overall rating, our best receiver. We don't pass often, but when we do, it's sure been nice having him out there. Pacheco gets a couple more, or apparently just back to the line. I definitely feel like there was a gain on that play, but already we've reached the end of the first quarter and we've had 2 plays on offense. So this could be a quick one as we have 3rd and 6. David Wells across the middle will find his receiver. Bo Melton getting the start with the injury to Gatewood. It's moved Raymond to the outside, so we'll see a bit more of Bo Melton in the slot today. With a handoff down the middle, Pacheco a little bit more space this time than last, gains 8. And on 2nd and 2, we'll spread wide. We got 4 up top, 1 down to the bottom. It looks like the receiver down to the bottom is Andy Isabella. We'll see a little bit more of him. As Bo Melton stretches towards the top on the receiver screen, gets about 10 yards out of it. Now a bunch down below, so really switching up what formations we come out in. Pacheco, the running back, he'll take the handoff, try to stretch towards the top, gets through the first level, not past the 3rd though. Safety comes down and get the stop. And how is that not a first down? 2nd and inches with the ball clearly past the line to gain. It is what it is. Handoff down the middle. Pacheco will get the conversion. As we switch it up again, 2 receivers stacked down to the bottom, 2 tight ends up top. Will be a stretch. Pacheco needs to beat 1 guy. Will spin off of him, get a few extra. End up being a gain of 4. Already at 6 carries, so Dylan will check in here on 2nd and 6. As we flip the formation, send another receiver out to the bottom, so only 1 tight end, so not really flipping the formation. As Dylan, powering, keeps the legs moving, apparently just gets back to the line. So a 3rd and 6. With a bunch up top, 1 down to the bottom. David Wells sitting in the pocket, going to roll down to the bottom, has some space to run, will run and slide down inside the 15, marked down at the 13. And again, him being a 7th round quarterback just blows my mind because he's playing far better than what we see most quarterbacks who are taken even higher than a 7th round pick. He's kind of like, I would say, a Brock Purdy in a way. Except Brock Purdy wasn't drafted to be a starter. We drafted Wells to pretty much be a starter. Goal line formation here, and not going to get the first down, but make things a little bit closer for 3rd. As we spread wide here. Don't like the call. Going to make an audible or just flip the play. If we could go the quarterback sneak here, that'd be fantastic, but I don't think I added that to the playbook. Instead, wide receiver screen, go up top with the slant. Jeff Smith was wide open. But with the Packers having the lead, I want to go for it here on 4th and 1. Coming out with a goal line, Hughes check. Get us the first down, and he fumbles. down at the goal line. Gonna want to see a second look of this just to make sure he was down. But that's devastating. One more look here. Doesn't show anything. However, booth review, though, does come in. So we'll take at least one more look, and hopefully it's a much better look. Would love to keep things going here. Yeah, knee down entirely. We could go ahead and expedite this one. That ball will be coming back to us. So not only do we get the first down, but essentially get a free timeout. As we come out, spread here in the pistol. 2 receivers up top, 1 down to the bottom. We'll go the weak side stretch. Pacheco outruns the defense to tie this game up. Talk about a momentum swing in our favor. Well, after 1 possession each, we already are essentially at the 2-minute warning going into halftime. Game tied up 7-7. We'll see who can make that final big play here of the first half. We all know how quickly momentum changed last episode in the AFC Conference Championship right before halftime with a very questionable call. Wouldn't mind one of those happening again for us. But right now, Packers have the ball and have a first down. Winston has been pretty accurate today, and that's something we don't normally see a whole lot from Winston. So he's at the top of his game. Trips up top, trying to get as many yards as possible, get him down to field goal range as they get past midfield here. Marked at the 48, about a minute on the clock. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts as Winston gonna get dropped. That's Zach Allen. They do end up calling one of their timeouts. 59 seconds on the clock and counting. Winston gonna look to scramble again. Allen can't contain, and he'll get all the way down to the 34 before getting dropped. Second timeout called. You would imagine this is field goal range for most NFL kickers. 1st and 10, though, they have time and can get a little bit further downfield as Renfro wide open. Where's the coverage? Winston's 10 of 13, 77 yards, and they've all come easily. Tight look here. Winston pass rush coming in. He takes the hit and still delivers a beautiful ball. Don't know what Winston we're playing against, but it's not the one we see in real life. Now, they do not have any more timeouts remaining. A tackle inbounds is key here. Winston will get it to Renfro. Renfro not going to get out of bounds, but all the way down to the 2, but no time remaining. Poor clock management, poor decision there to go across the middle. But we will at least keep the tie as we head into halftime. Packers have been really good on offense. Our defense struggling. And we don't have a lot of yards, but granted, we've only had 1 possession of offense the entire first half. That's almost unheard of. Luckily, we do get ball to start the second half. We need a touchdown drive here as we're going to find Raymond with a catch. And how is that not another first? We are not getting good calls in this game, that is for sure. With not a bunch, 4 up top, 1 down to the bottom. It's an empty look. Receiver screen, yes. Was open, still open. We'll get to the first down at least. And surprisingly, I feel like we're passing a bit more than I expected, and we're going Bo Melton's way a lot today. 1st and 10, hand this one off down the middle. Pacheco maybe back to the line. 9 rushes, 39 yards, and a touchdown for him so far. Bunch down to the bottom, hard count. We got the guy to jump, but no flag thrown. We'll let him get back on side. Then we get a gain of 3. So every yard we do get, we're fighting for, as we are in our second possession of offense, and we're already into the second half. Pacheco, though, keeps it moving with a first down crossing midfield. Now a bunch down to the bottom. Dylan checks in at running back. He takes a handoff with a bunch of open room. Unfortunately, Pert couldn't get back in front to help be another lead block for us, but it's still a really good gain there. 3 rushes, 15 yards for Dylan on the day, as he'll stay out there on 1st and 10. 2 receivers down to the bottom, 1 up top. Hunter Long goes to the fullback spot. We'll hand this one off. Down the middle, cut towards the top. He has some space, and maybe if Pacheco was out there, he might have hit that a little bit quicker, but still, again, a 6 on 1st down. Can't complain as we stick with the same look, but flip it. 2 to the top this time. Going to send it's Raymond in motion. Look for the dive right down the middle with a pulling tight end, and doesn't fool the defense. So 3rd and 5, we sit in pistol. 2 receivers down below, 1 up top. We'll do a little bit of some play action. David Wells actually going to look to scramble. Has some open space inside the 20, inside the 15, and he coughs it up. Recovered by the Packers. We keep fumbling, and this one I'm pretty sure is going to stand. And indeed it will. No booth review. David Wells needs to learn to slide. That's the 7th round coming in to bite us there. As Winston looking to scramble here, will get to the outside. Alton Robinson does not contain. Luckily Collins crashes and will get the tackle prior to the first. This time actually is prior to a first though. 2nd and inches. 2 up top, 1 down to the bottom. Hard count, no one jumps. No play action pass. Then we'll dump it off and we'll get the first down. Winston 13 of 16, over 100 yards on the day. Just very consistent. As they handed one off down the middle, Stephon Collins there to slow him down. Montgomery will get 2. And while they're changing, where all the receivers line up and whatnot, it's still mostly shotgun. As they set up the halfback screen, Alton Robinson tips it away, but a flag is down. And this is what they call roughing the passer. Just a little hip touch. This is what gives them a free first down in the Super Bowl. That just doesn't make sense. So now the Packers cross midfield, come out empty, trips up top, 2 down below. Defense has forced a turnover here to get back as the ref's stupidity as they get a first down instead. Fant, nice catch, nice gain. Inside the 40, marked at the 37. Defense, you're going to have to force a big play here. Going to need some sacks, interception, something to swing momentum as they have another first down grab. Luckily, this thing's still tied, but almost into the 4th quarter. Again, we've only had 2 possessions of offense. Both teams just milking clock in this one. Across the middle, another first down. Empty look inside the red zone. Trips to the bottom, 2 up top. Winston making a audible or hot route, something. Gonna go Hunter Renfro's way down to the 10. Sticking with that empty look. Flipping the side, though. Now with the trips up top. Defense only sends 4. Winston looked to scramble, and another sack. Allen, 2nd of the day. And that sack sends us into the 4th quarter. This game still tied at 7-7. They're on the doorstep. Just need to make some more plays here. A turnover would be fantastic. 3rd and 9. At least just give up a field goal, and that is nowhere close. How did they get the first down? Dude dragged his knee for like 3 yards. Okay, I don't know. Someone check the ref's pocket at this point. That's my best guess. Winston. Sack, fumble, someone. Allen scoops it up. His 3rd sack is a sack fumble of which he recovers. How about that? Cheat as much as you want. We'll take the ball. Now, with how this game is going, I want to jump in here for a drive. Only our 3rd possession of offense this entire game. We're in the 4th quarter. And that's not because we turn the ball over a lot. Raymond to the outside, gets the first down about, 15, 20 yards? Obviously want to stick to a little bit more of some rushing, but we'll pass the ball a little bit. Dump this one off for Dillon, gets 3. Wells is 6 of 11 on the day. As I want to flip the play here, but then that would send everyone over. So we'll just stick with what we got. Dillon down the middle, a little bit of some ground and pound, or more like some run into your lineman and trip. Leaving us with a 3rd and 6. Let's send Raymond on the zig. We have Long coming on a quick stop across the middle. And what kind of pass is that? I mean, I'd really like to go for it here, but it would be... It's a gamble. That's the simplest way to say it. It's a gamble. But I really want to go for it here. Pass across the middle. We're going to find Bo Melton, who gets yanked backwards by the face mask. One could easily argue that that should just be like an immediate ejection with how harsh that yank was. I mean, that wasn't accidental by any means. But it does give us a few extra yards, and by few, it's a lot more than a few extra yards. And we're going to start chewing the clock already. If we're only going to get 3 possessions, that's how many we're going to get. But if it wins us a Super Bowl, that's all we care for. As we have an open receiver, Hunter Long, the tight end, puts us up in the Super Bowl. Now let's just see if our defense can hold on to that. 14-7, under 5 minutes. They go with a play-action draw. Then get a wide-open receiver across the middle, number 83, making his first appearance up to the 47. This has been a whole other Jameis Winston today. Besides the fumble, he's been near perfect. Montgomery has been pretty solid for him as well. Gets 3 yards. He's averaging 4.6 a carry. And our defense, who's been pretty good this season, just has struggled. It's hard to say they've struggled to stop him because they've only given up 1 touchdown. But you watch and they're just giving up a lot of easy plays. Like, no one crashes there on Winston. He gets the first down. All the passing windows have been open. I don't know. It's been an interesting game, I would say. Just watching the defense, this whole postseason has kind of felt like this, though. Not giving up a lot of points, but you just don't quite understand how. And with another down in inches, this time 2nd in inches. Tight formation. Winston set to throw, goes up top, wide open receiver inside the 15. Hooking up with Calvin Ridley, who toe taps. Just been really good. 7 catches for him, 66 yards. Fant with another catch. Down inside, not the 5, actually marked at the 6. And that will send us inside the 2-minute warning. With a tight shotgun look, 2 receivers to the bottom. 1 tight end and another receiver up top. They hand this one off Montgomery, who cuts back and does not level this game. They mark him down about half a football shy as they come out empty look. Quick pass, caught, touchdown. Game is now tied up. Wilson, great route. Now with 1 minute, 40 seconds and all 3 timeouts, missing our number 1 receiver. We have to work the ball downfield and get some amount of points. We find Raymond, who will cut up. Should have probably ran out of bounds, but we'll get 8 out of it. Get back to the line about as quickly as we can. Empty look to the bottom. Or empty look to the bottom. Empty look 4 to the bottom. As we loft that one up top. A heck of a grab, Jeff Smith. And he shucks off the defender. Unfortunately, we haven't got to see much of him this season with the change of the playbook. But throughout this series, if you've been here since the beginning, dude makes plays. And he makes a big one for us here. Already up to field goal range. Pacheco back in, runs through 2 defenders. And we just have to run out this clock, hit the field goal, and walk home victorious. I'll say walk home. We would definitely be flying back. We're in Dallas. We would be celebrating on that plane for sure. Another stretch towards the top. Pacheco not getting past the first defender. And on 3rd and 3, they bring down the safeties. I was really wanting to go for the quarterback draw. But they bring down the safeties. I'll send some guys over the top then. Loft this one to the backside. Raymond not able to bring it in. 4th and 3. Do we hit the field goal or do we go for it? We let the computer decide and they say field goal. The rookie kicker to put us up here in the Super Bowl under a minute left. And it's right down the middle. Now it all lies on the defense. 50 seconds, no timeouts for the Packers. They need a field goal to tie. Winston has a guy in his face. Aluakon, I'm pretty sure, poked him in the eye. We get the tackle in bounds. Clock stays running. They need to get, I would say, probably to about the 35 for a field goal attempt. Winston going to look to roll down to the bottom. Unleashes a pass down the sideline. Knocked away, Aluakon. 22 seconds. Tight shotgun formation. Winston takes the snap. Quick pass. Will find Fant. Tackled in bounds. They maybe have time for one more play. They could spike it and go for another one, but looks like this will be it. Winston scrambling. Dumps it off for Fant, who gets dropped by Justin Simmons. Flexes on him, and that is a Super Bowl victory. The Northeast States Only Challenge is complete. After 3 seasons, 2 of which made it to the postseason. Season 1, we dropped it in the AFC Conference. Season 2, awful. But in Season 3, we give the offense to the running backs and a 7th round rookie quarterback. And we win 17-14 against the Packers in what was a battle through and through. The game was tight. Some big plays made on either side. But at the end of it, the defense got the job done. Zach Allen with 3 sacks, including a forced fumble of which he recovered. He wins Super Bowl MVP. And you know, they only had to order green confetti. It would have worked for either team. But up on the podium, we have Pacheco, David Wells, Jeff Smith, who set us up beautifully late. And I think that's Aluakon. Yep, Aluakon up there with our head coach, Fitzmagic. Northeast State only challenge complete. And there we have it. It has come to an end here, and how fitting it is that in the final game, Jeff Smith makes arguably the biggest receiving play of the game when we were missing our best receiver. We had gone to Gatewood so often late on in the series and into the postseason. Sprained his PCL, wasn't available. And when we needed him the most, Jeff Smith makes the big play. He was, in all of these series, there's one player that I always come away with who I didn't really know beforehand and very enjoy playing with him after, and think of other ways I can maybe bring him in future series. Jeff Smith, I think, is that guy for me in this series. I would love to hear who your guys' favorite player were in this series. Let me know in the comments section below, but we've come to an end here of the Northeast States Only Challenge. We'll finish off with just checking to see if we won any other awards. MVP goes to Lucas Edwards. Did we have anyone in the running? No. A little bit disappointing, but how about Coach of the Year? Is Ryan Fitzpatrick. Love to see it. On the AFC side, Offensive Player of the Year, Nick Chubb. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. We did have Khalil Mack down at 8. Offensive Rookie goes to Reggie Underwood with Kyrie Gatewood at 6. And I skipped David Wells, my bad, at 3. Defensive Rookie is Brendan Edwards. Best Quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Best Running Back, Nick Chubb. We had Isaiah Pacheco down at 8. Best Receiver, Stephon Diggs. Best O-Line, Zion Johnson. And then Anthony Oliver was number 2. Interesting, because he didn't play a whole lot. Yeah, weird. And then Matt Pert at 6. Barry Jones at 7. Again, he didn't play much at all either. And I guess I was going to say the Lindstrom brothers aren't on there, but they did give up quite a few amount of sacks. Aaron Donald wins Best D-Line. We have Khalil Mack at 4. Best Linebacker, TJ Watt. And we had Matt Milano at 6. Best DB, Nasir Adderley with Isaiah Rodgers Sr. at 2. And Best Kicker went to Brandon McManus with the rookie Troy Wyndham at 3. So there we go. Series complete. We have not lost a single state-only challenge yet. There's a playlist on the channel that should have all of the state-only challenges. So if you haven't seen all of them, definitely do check them out. But make sure you're checking the YouTube community tab tomorrow. I will post a poll with the next set of options for the state-only challenge. It will also be on Twitter, so you can follow there. Always linked in the description below. 2 different places you could vote, so you have an option or a chance to choose who we take over next, what state or group of states we do next. Make sure you guys subscribe so you could also possibly see that pop up, or should see it pop up on your suggested page or the subscription page so you can vote. But you can do that by hitting my bear icon in the bottom right, or you can scroll down, hit the bell icon and the subscription button right next to each other, so that way you're also notified of when these videos go out. Now, the next episode, as I record these all ahead of time, not sure exactly when it's coming out because I don't know what day this came out on. If we hit all the like goals and this came out on a Friday, we typically post Saturday, but tomorrow would be voting day, so there wouldn't be a way for me to record it, edit it, and get it posted on the normal Saturday that we post. So if that's the case, maybe we'll do Sunday instead this go around. Or if we didn't hit the like goal and this video is posted on a normal upload day for the State Only Challenge, Wednesday or Saturday, then the next Wednesday or Saturday will be the start of the new series. So a lot of videos coming your way, don't you worry. We have this series, the State Only Challenge, 2 days a week. As mentioned, Wednesday, Saturday. The Commanders Replacement Squad series every Monday and Thursday. And then Tuesday and Friday over on FIFA 23, the My Player Career. So plenty of stuff coming your way. Make sure you guys vote. Let me know who your favorite player was in the Northeast State Only Challenge. And I look forward to starting a new one of these with a new group of players. We'll see who ends up being the favorite then. So until next time, we'll see you guys later.